Another successful day, and dare I say, productive in my own kind of way. Alright, we need to talk. When I first started this channel, at the very beginning, my key focus was on lifestyle, and of course I got caught up in the 5 a.m. morning routines. The truth is, I woke up that day to shoot a video at 5 a.m. and then as the week went on, I went back to my normal routine, waking up at 8 a.m. But you're just lazy. You can't wake up at 5 a.m. because you don't prioritize what you need to do, blah, 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 blah. Look, I got news for you. Our society is the one that created that thought that we need to wake up early. Because guess what? There are so many different cultures that wake up at different times. People have different schedules. People have different jobs that require different times to wake up, different times to go to sleep, and people have different body clocks. It's just the way it goes. So as previously stated, I've had quite a successful day. You would think that by me saying that, it means I woke up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., maybe even 8 a.m. But you're wrong. Believe it or not, I woke up at 11 a.m. That's not all. I did not get to work until around about 1 p.m. I know, this sounds crazy. Why? Why sleep in that much? You're probably thinking I'm lazy, or whatever, or maybe I'm not, and thank you for not thinking so. I'm going to explain my reasoning and the reason why I think you should also maybe consider whether or not your morning routine actually does fit in with your genetics, with your work life, and all that jazz. First off, I don't work a 9-to-5 job. I unfortunately found out very early on that I couldn't do that because I got sick, was in a hospital a lot of the time, and that was the end of that. So because I don't work a 9-to-5, there is no need for me to be up early. Now I do work, however I work for myself. I work as a contract marketer, which means technically I work for myself, I work for others, but I choose my own hours. As long as the work gets done by the due date, that is all that it matters. I also run my boutique business, which, by the way, I'm about to show you one of my new products, just as a side sort of thing. Second of all, even when I was working with my job, I tried to wake up early so I could start work at 9 or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and this would work for 2 days, and then I'd be sleeping for another 2 weeks. Now, this wasn't always the case. I was actually able to wake up and start work earlier before, but as I've explained in my other videos, my health is on the decline, so I have to take more time out to look after myself, which also means I have found out my body doesn't function unless I sleep at least 13 hours a day. Sounds crazy, and believe me, I have tried to sleep less, and it just ends up with a whole week wasted. My body tends to be better at night, and yes, part of this does have to do with the body clock that I have allowed myself to have, but that is because there are things on at night that I am a part of. Tonight is a free night, so I'm bringing you along on my free night, but pretty much every other weeknight I am out doing something, whether it be Bible study, whether it be helping out at my church's Girls Brigade, whether it be something else. There is always something to be done at night, so it just doesn't make sense for me to go to sleep at like 6 p.m. in order to get the sleep I need. I must say that I have found that I also get my best sleep in the morning. Quick side note from talking about morning routines and night routines and all that, and I'm going to show you one of my new products because this is part of my night routine now. Obviously, I have to be very cautious about the time that I'm spending, so styling my hair in the morning isn't going to work. However, what is going to work is adapting to do things that will work that take quicker. Introducing the Gilmour heatless curlers. I'm not pulling a full-on JoJo Siwa here and saying that I invented something. I did not invent the idea of heatless curlers, but these heatless curlers are a bit of a different twist. So although I didn't invent the heatless curlers, I found that the heatless curlers that I was using that I would buy online just didn't work for me because number one, they were too bulky and they were very uncomfortable to sleep in. Number two, it would always come out because I'm quite a violent sleeper. Like, don't sleep next to me. I genuinely feel sorry for my future husband. He is going to wake up with bruises every single night. Obviously because I'm a rough sleeper, it doesn't stay in. So I invented these curlers. Now at this stage, it just looks like your usual regular curlers on Etsy. So you might be thinking, Amity, what is the difference with these hair curlers? Well, let me tell you the difference. This part is the difference. You are not ready for this. I'm telling you, you are not ready for this. Voila. I have had a bit of a wardrobe change. We're now in my luxurious hoodie. Usually around this time of night after I've had dinner, I'm out doing something or I have someone over, but today is one of those odd occasions where I'm free. So I'm taking this opportunity to catch up on some much needed work that I wasn't able to get done because I got a little sick and I'm still recovering and I'm just gonna do some work. It's an hour later and it's now drug time. It's 11 o'clock and I have no guilt. Time for the big reveal. It's 12 o'clock by this point. I just slowly got ready to get up and do everything. I did my meds, had a shower, hooked up to my water for the day, and now I'm just chilling with my breakfast. I have 1 hour to enjoy this, chill, have a very slow start to the morning because I found that when I have really fast starts to the morning, I just crash by about like an hour later and sleep for the rest of the day. I used to have so much guilt about being a night owl, and I still do sort of have that guilt. But the truth is, different schedules work for different people and some schedules really don't work. At the end of the day, I was running my body into an early grave. I was working really hard and getting extremely sick, and I would spend a lot more time in hospital than I would like. I still am spending a lot more time in hospital than I'd like. This isn't a cure or a one fix all or anything, but this is just a way that I can manage the time I have when I'm out of hospital rather than sleeping most of that time because I work 3 days to the brim and then just can't do anymore. I guess the takeaway that I would like you to have for this video is if an early start does not work for you, for whatever reason that is, don't force it upon you and don't feel guilty if you need to have later sleeping schedules. Anyway, that is my video for this week. I hope you liked it. And let me just say, I totally understand that for some people, waking up later in the day is not actually an option because maybe you have work or commitments. And that's where I want to bring in a second option that may be something you might be able to do. But have you ever considered utilizing your weekends and maybe taking a longer weekend? Maybe, if you're able to. I did a video all about it and I'm going to leave it on the end screen for you guys to watch when you're done with this one. I hope you're living life to the fullest. Love you. God bless.
Salute.